cigarette glow on the rim of your glass. I hum a tune that the shadows won't pass. Your eyes trace the rim like a slow melody, while the city forgets we're still breathing, you and me. This room holds what the street can't see. Just your hand near mine, not quite touching. The smoke wraps around us like a promise we're hushing. Clock says 2, but time's lost its name. The bartender wipes the same spot again. You leaning close, saying nothing at all, but your silence sings louder than last call. This room holds what the street can't see. Just your sleep brushing mine, barely grazing. The night keeps our secrets from daylight's betraying. They'll never know how the ash fell slow, or how your laugh lit the dimmest row. We don't need dawn, we've got this blue, where every note is a truth I give you. This room holds what the street can't see. Just your breath in the hush, soft and steady, and the way you looked at me like I was already gone, already ready.
Before the first layer of oil settles into this canvas, we step into a life that refused containment. Josephine Baker was never meant to fit neatly into history. She moved too freely. She crossed too many borders. She lived ahead of the permissions she was supposed to wait for. This 48 by 60-inch portrait is not about spectacle. It is about agency. About a woman who understood that freedom is not given, it is invented. As this painting begins to take shape, we are not just revisiting a performer. We are examining a life that turned survival into strategy and visibility into power. This is Art with Kenneth. This is the Art History Show on the KJL Podcast Channel. And this is Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker was born on June 3, 1906, in St. Louis, Missouri, into poverty, segregation, and instability. Her childhood was shaped by hunger, labor, and the constant presence of racial violence. From an early age, she learned that safety was temporary and opportunity was uneven. She also learned how to move. Baker entered entertainment as a teenager, first in vaudeville and then in the Harlem Renaissance scene. But even in spaces that celebrated Black creativity, limits remained. Roles were narrow. Expectations were fixed. Respect was conditional. So she left. In the 1920s, Josephine Baker traveled to France and found something she had never been offered in America: autonomy. On Paris stages, she was not confined to apology or explanation. She performed boldly, humorously, and unapologetically. What some dismissed as spectacle, she wielded as control. Baker understood something critical: visibility could be dangerous, but it could also be weaponized. She exaggerated expectations until they broke. She bent caricature into command. And in doing so, she became one of the most famous women in the world. But performance was only one layer of her life. During World War II, Baker used her celebrity as cover. She worked with the French resistance, smuggling intelligence across borders, hiding messages in sheet music, and using her mobility to move undetected. She risked her life not for applause, but for principle. After the war, she returned to public life with a new mission. Baker adopted 12 children from different countries and backgrounds, calling them her Rainbow Tribe. It was not a publicity act. It was a declaration that coexistence was not theoretical. It was livable. Josephine Baker also refused to perform in segregated venues in the United States. At a time when silence was safer, she demanded integrated audiences. She spoke openly about racism, even when it cost her opportunities. This portrait does not frame Baker as a dancer frozen in motion. It presents her as a strategist of selfhood. The posture is composed. The gaze is deliberate. The background remains restrained, allowing her presence, not ornament, to dominate. She lived at the intersection of art and risk, of glamour and danger, of joy and resistance. Josephine Baker did not wait for the world to accept her. She moved until the world had to respond.
Candle wax drips on a chip saucer. Your coat's still damp from the saint's soft laughter. I don't ask your name, you don't ask mine. We speak in the space between sips of wine. Paris whispers what the rain won't tell. Just your knee grazing mine beneath the table. Ever the clarinet sings what our lips can to unveil. A rolling sighs through the cafe door. Street lights blur on the wet cobble floor. You twist the ring you re not wearing now, and I pretend I don't see how. Paris whispers what the rain won't tell. Just your fingers tracing a rim of my glass. Was this moment's too bright for tomorrow to pass? No need for words in this amber glow. The piano knows what we won't let show. 1 hour stolen, no debts to pay. Just you, me, and the night's soft sway. Paris whispers what the rain won't tell. Just your breath catching as I stand to go, and the way you held my echo like it was all you'd ever know. tune that the shadows won't pass. Your eyes trace the rim like a slow melody, while the city forgets we're still breathing, you and me. This room holds what the street can see, just your hand in mine, not quite touching. The smoke wraps around us like a promise we're hushing. Clock says 2, but time's lost its name. The bartender wipes the same spot again. You lean in close, say nothing at all, but your silence sings louder than last call. This room holds what the street can't see, just your sleep brushing mine, barely grazing. The night keeps our secrets from daylight's betraying. They'll never know how the ash fell slow, or how your laugh lit the dimmest road. We don't need dawn, we've got this blue. Where every note is a truth I give you. Just your breath in the hearse, soft and steady, and the way you looked at me, like I was already gone, already ready.
As this portrait continues toward completion, it resists finality. Because Josephine Baker's life cannot be summarized by applause alone. It must be understood through choice. She chose movement over confinement. She chose visibility over erasure. She chose freedom, even when it came at personal cost. This painting does not celebrate celebrity. It honors authorship. This has been Art with Kenneth, and the Art History Show on the KJL Podcast Channel. Josephine Baker. The freedom she invented.
Thank you for joining me today on the KJL Podcast Channel. Your time, support, and creativity mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps keep this artistic journey alive and thriving. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a brushstroke, story, or inspiring moment. Your encouragement fuels the art, podcast, and everything we create together. Stay inspired, stay curious, and remember, every masterpiece begins with a single brushstroke. Until next time, this is Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. signing off from the KJL Podcast Channel. See you soon.